Welcome to the Tactical Tavern. I'm your host Tomas Alas, and in this video we are reviewing the Klarus G15V2 flashlight. This is a rechargeable 5000 milliamp, 4200 lumen flashlight, and we're going to see the features that it has to offer to find out if it is right for your everyday carry, outdoor adventure, or next tactical mission. And before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram at Tactical Tavern to get a behind the scenes look and updates on new videos helping you upgrade your gear. With that being said, let's get right into it. This Klarus G15V2 comes in with an overall length of 4.75 inches and weighs in at just 5 ounces. And that is the weight with the battery included, which I find really nice. And it comes equipped with a 21700 5000 milliamp lithium ion battery, and it is rechargeable. The body is hard anodized aluminum with some really nice knurling and texture to help you get a secure grip when using the flashlight. In the box, you receive the flashlight, a tube for 18650 and CR123A conversions, a charging cable, a recharging cable, a lanyard, O-rings, and of course some warranty information. A big score for me on this flashlight is the 5-year warranty, which I think is always good to have on any sort of electronic products. This flashlight certainly has some fun tricks up its sleeve, but it comes with a max output of 4200 lumens, and I would consider this beam a little bit more of a flood beam, and I really enjoy that for everyday carry and outdoor adventures. What really surprised me about this flashlight is that it has 8 different modes built into it, and one of my favorite being the 10 lumen ultra low or moonlight setting, which will run for 150 hours. That's nearly 40 days of continuous runtime from this flashlight when fully charged, and I think that's an awesome feature. I really love this moonlight mode for those close-up looking scenarios where you're like checking out a menu or maybe a map and not blowing out your night vision, navigating a path in pitch black darkness. The low on this flashlight is 100 lumens, and that'll run you 28 hours. The medium runs on 500 lumens, and that'll go for around 6 hours. We also have the high that comes in at 2000 lumens and a runtime of 3.3 hours. The turbo setting is 4200 lumens, and this is quite a powerful light, being able to cast a large field of view, dominating whatever you're trying to look at. Through my testing of this flashlight, I found that for around 2 minutes, it'll remain at that 4200 lumen setting before gradually kind of ramping down or any noticeable rampage with the naked eye. It was also during this test that I wrapped my hand around it to see how long I could hang on to it, and it actually has really good thermal temperature regulation because it was not burning. It did get warm, but it didn't get hot to where it was uncomfortable or would hurt you. Activating this flashlight is done via the main rubber tail switch, and towards the back end we also have a rubber flap covering the charging port. And like I mentioned earlier, this does have a small trick up its sleeve. It does come with 2 cables. One of them is a charger, the other is a recharger, because you can actually hook up a USB Type-C and plug it into an electronic device. So this acts as a mini power bank for everyday carry and outdoor adventures. I feel that some people might be super excited about that, and other people are like, why the heck would you need that? Personally, I love having that option if available, and it gives you just that added peace of mind that you could get a call out by recharging a dead cell phone. Everything is activated via this side switch, cycling through the modes, turning it on and off. So it will take some practice if you're used to having those tail switch flashlights that instant on, instant off. This is definitely more geared toward an everyday carry setting. Because this doesn't have a tail switch, I feel that it also protects against any accidental turn-ons. There's nothing here that's going to turn the flashlight on, so maybe you're sitting in a desk, a chair, or a car. It's not going to bump that side switch and turn it on and burn a hole through your pants. This also has a lockout feature, which is activated by pressing and holding down on the side switch. Now this does go into the moonlight setting, but after about 10 to 15 seconds, it'll shut off, double blink, and you'll notice that it will activate red, meaning that it is in lockout mode. Lockout mode is great for transporting the flashlight, or maybe you really are worried about it turning on in your pants. No matter how you press the button, it's not going to turn on until you triple press it, so you really have to be deliberate in turning it on. For general use, a single press or tap on that side switch will bring it into whatever setting you left it on last. From there, cycling through the modes is done by pressing and holding, or of course you can release when you find that selected mode. I enjoy that it's super simple with high, medium, and low, so you're not cycling through 15 different settings, ramping up the lumens. I also enjoy that in any feature that you're on, you can instantly double press it, and that'll bring you to the turbo setting, as well as instantly triple pressing it will bring you to the strobe setting. The strobe on this flashlight is very disorientating and goes really, really fast, kind of like a night core flashlight, and I love that for signaling, catching someone's attention, or of course, any personal defense needs. Again, both of these will run on that 500 lumen setting, and I think that's a perfect amount for signaling or just getting someone's attention. I really think that the features that this flashlight have are really thought out, especially with all of it just being controlled by one single button. And while on this button, I have not accidentally pressed it or rolled it on and having it turn on in my pants, which is cool. It also has an LED in there so you can see the battery life indicator light. Something else I enjoy about this flashlight is that when it's on high or whichever setting you left it on and you unscrew it completely and remove the battery, screw it back in, this will actually remember that setting that it's on. It won't drop you down automatically back to low. And I think that's a really cool feature that just kind of shows how high quality the internals are on this light. A few things I'm not the biggest fan of on this flashlight is the pocket clip. I wish it was bi-directional or at least had the option to snap it around into a different location so you could throw it onto a hat or a backpack strap for added versatility in using the light. This has that rubber charging port cover. Now, I have personally not experienced any issues with it. However, it does sit in the back of my mind that it is a rubber charging port cover, meaning that you could theoretically accidentally lift it up. Although it does have an IPX8 waterproof rating, which is really good for this light. Some of the trade-offs on that is that you can easily access the charging area for recharging or simply using it as a battery power bank for an emergency type situation. I feel that if you're used to a traditional flashlight with that tail switch, there may be a bit of a learning curve. I know for me, when I went to deploy this a couple times, I was looking for it and had to remember that it's side switch activated only. With practice, you can easily activate it with your fingers there in an ice pick grip. Something that was helpful to me is aligning that pocket clip up directly with the activation button, because sometimes in the dark it can be a little challenging looking for that button. I also think it'd be really fun to have a magnetic base to this, so if you're working on a car, you can hit it up against the hood or any sort of metal door frame when working on a project. Some things I really enjoy about this flashlight are the multiple modes built into the light. It also has quite a great beam. It's very floody with just a medium to light hotspot that'll allow you to reach out to 200 meters. I also like how innocent and simplistic this flashlight looks, so if you're working in any sort of non-permissive environments, this would be an excellent option because it doesn't look overly tactical, yet it does have that hardened steel bezel that you can use to get your point across in a self-protection situation. And because it doesn't have that activation button on the back, you get that added pressure for an increased force multiplier. I can absolutely recommend this flashlight for anyone looking for an everyday carry or outdoor adventure light. It has a very long runtime, a ton of lumens, and multiple modes to help you get through just about any situation. For tactical and self-protection needs, this isn't going to be my first choice to recommend just because it takes a little bit of time to activate those modes and turn them off. So if you're room clearing, you really want something that's a little bit more momentary. Furthermore, I do like having that tail switch because it's just kind of built into muscle memory to come up and click. Although with practice, you can quickly access any of those turbo or strobe settings. Now, if you are looking for something with a little bit more tactical capabilities, check out the Klarus X-T11 GT Pro we recently did a review on. At the time of this review, you can find the Klarus G15V2 for around $79.95. I think that's really good value considering the performance and versatility you get for an everyday carry and outdoor adventure tool. I also really love the fact that you can use this as an emergency power bank, and I really think that adds to the value. I would also like to give a big thanks to Klarus for helping make this review possible by providing the flashlight. As always, you will get my unbiased and honest opinions on gear reviews. Do me a favor and let me know what are your thoughts on this Klarus flashlight and any other everyday carry flashlights you'd love to see reviewed here on the channel. If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, please make sure to drop a like, share, and subscribe, as well as turning on bell notifications so you won't miss future videos helping you upgrade your gear. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Tactical Tavern to get a behind-the-scenes look at upcoming gear giveaways, behind-the-scenes content, and fun videos you won't find here. With that being said, my name is Tomas Alas. Thank you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And remember, be prepared, be practical, stay tactical.